victory, big victory for your team. And we were talking about beforehand, it's hard for a team to beat another team 3 times, but actually Stanwood saw a completely different Everett team because you had everybody tonight.
Yeah, we came out, we battled, and that was our goal. Like I said before the game, I felt we had a couple bad quarters in the first 2 games, and our goal was to come out and play all 4, and I thought we did that tonight.
Yeah, you did. Down 13-8 at the end of the first quarter. That didn't phase you. You guys were right there with them, and you came out strong in the second quarter, just down by 2 points. Maybe you can break it down as to how you stayed with them tonight.
Well, defensively, we challenged our post kids to handle their post one-on-one. We gave up a lot of threes to them in the first 2 games, and we didn't want to do that. So we challenged our big kids to stop them inside or make it tough on them inside. And then we wanted our guards just to keep attacking them on offense, keep going to the basket.
And Nate, you have anything for Coach Low there before we get Darian?
Yeah, I'll start out with the negative first since you got the win. So in that first quarter, they were operating what looked like to be a box and one, and they were along with a face guard. And I thought that you guys handled it well, and offensively, you guys did a good job at using your other options. But the only time you got into trouble is when you guys kind of just kept forcing it in when it wasn't there. We kept forcing it into Harper there when they were face guarding her. How did you kind of adjust from that? Because as soon as you guys stopped forcing it into her, I thought your offense really started to take off.
Right, and we talked about that. They were triangling too on Sydney and Kiki, and so we talked about that exact thing. Is just don't force it to them. Set some screens, get them moving around, try to post them up once in a while, and if we can make them move on defense, we thought eventually we could break free of it.
And, in our first game, we had almost no fouls called. They kind of let pretty much everything that was going on in your game go, and obviously different crew, different game. But after so many foul calls in the first half, how did you guys adjust in the second half, especially the way that kind of both teams shot so poorly at the line?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, we wanted to win that, war of attrition with the fouls, and so we wanted to keep attacking them, try to get some of their players out of the game, and we lost Rosie to fouls, but the girls just battled and kept playing through it. And we talked about this is playoff basketball. A lot of times the contact goes up, and we just need to play through it.
And last question here, without giving away too many of your secrets here, everyone knows it's really tough to beat a team 3 times. What didn't you do in the first 2 games, either from an on-court standpoint, execution-wise, or from a coaching strategy point, kind of that you did in this game that you guys were able to get the win?
I thought the big thing was defensively. We gave up, I think, like 10 threes or 11 threes in the first 2 games against them. And so we really talked about that. We've been working on practice on getting our rotation back out and covering the threes. And so I thought that was a big difference. They got some open looks, but they just didn't hit them tonight.
Now, did you change up the style of defense that you played, or did you just kind of hone in on your, stay with your principles on staying at home?
We like to switch back and forth between man and zone, but we thought tonight, like I said, we just challenged our posts to take care of their posts inside, and then our guards to stay with their guards. So we played a lot more man tonight than we did the first 2 games.
Coach, thanks so much for your interview, your time before and after the game. Congratulations. You got Glacier Peak next week. It's an 8 o'clock game right here at Linwood for the district championship, then on to regional. So, you punch your ticket there. And Darian, we're going to welcome you on the broadcast now. And Darian Rielly is our Skagit State Bank player of the game. You got Tal that's got some blood on you. You got a little beat up tonight. We saw you getting banged around a little bit out there, but you just kind of are like the Energizer Bunny. You just kept, every time you got knocked around or down, you just get right up and get going again. Yeah, you got a tough way about you, and had a big night tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tonight we have you for 16 foul shot attempts. Have you ever shot that many in a game before?
No, and I've probably never missed that many.
Yeah, there was that too. So it was 6 for 16, but overall tonight, you just do so many things, and you did get the fouls early too. You had 3 fouls, so you had to kind of be conscious of that. How did you work through that?
Well, they took me out of the game, and Coach Low and Coach Llewellyn just tried to settle me down, and they would say, the best players never fall out. So they had faith in me to put me back in, and just them talking me up really helped me to stay calm and play smarter.
Last year we had you and your sister as player of the game. We both got T-shirts that night. And again, you two just worked so great together on the court. But you got a lot of players out there, not just the Rielly sisters, but you've got Katie Headington, Rosie Sittower. You've got a player that came in quickly, did well, Tanika Wentworth, and then of course Kiki Harper. You guys are a solid team out there when you're all together.
Yeah, I think that with everything we've gone through this season with people being out and like the JV kids having to step up, they really stepped up a lot and they've improved immensely. It's just made our team that much better. So in the end, I think it might have been, it's ended up being a pretty good thing. Sure
did, yeah. And so Nate,
is this was this the only team that you lost to twice, or was there another team that you weren't able to get in your league?
No, this is the only team we lost to twice.
So
yeah.
was this kind of one that you guys really kind of felt like you wanted? Did you feel like in those first two games that you could have won if you played better? And were you guys kind of going into this feeling like, we let them off the hook the first times we played them and we really should be able to get this one? Or what was your feeling going in?
I think the first time we played them, it was the beginning of the season and everyone was just really nervous. We didn't have Kiki and we just didn't show up like we should have in the first half. And then the second time we played them, again, everyone was out. And so, we battled the first game, but it just didn't go the way we wanted it to. But I think this time we all just really wanted it. And this is the first time we're going to state in over 20 years. So
that's something.
This is just great.
Fantastic. Yeah, well, way to go. Congratulations. You punched your ticket to state, and now it's a matter of where you're going to be seated at. So next week you go out and you play against Glacier Peak. And how have you done against them this year?
We played them a few weeks ago when everyone was still out. I think we lost by about 17. But
okay, but that's a different Everett team than what we're seeing now.
It's a completely different team, and we're all the kids that have had to step up, they're even better now than when we played them the first time. So pretty confident. I know everyone will go out and just battle to their best.
All right. Well, we really appreciate your time, Darian. You're a lot of fun to watch out there playing. You're just so into the game throughout, and get some rest and start practices up and have a great week and fun next Friday, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. That is Darian Rielly, and she averages 11.5 points per game, but it's certainly more than just the points for her. She is just a spark plug out there on the floor for the Everett Seagulls, just a sophomore.